me share my presentation. Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Can anyone respond? Okay, I need a voice response. If it is okay, then I can proceed with the session.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So good evening to one and all. I welcome all the participants for the day 38, I think so, for the course Cyber Security. Let's start with today's session. So today we are going to see on the topic Intrusion Detection System, that is IDS, and Intrusion Prevention System. So I didn't refer system, so it is simply called as IPS. Okay, so we are going to deal with IDS and IPS. Okay, so the objective of today's session is to make you known about the intrusion detection system and the intrusion prevention system. Okay, and the outcome of the session, the students will be able to understand the concept behind IDS and IPS. Okay, so let's have the agenda for today's session. So we are going to see the introduction part of IDS and IPS, and we'll be seeing who are the intruders and what are the types of intrusion is available, and we'll be seeing the SNORT. So it's a tool. Okay, it's an IDS tool, that is Intrusion Detection System tool. Okay, for the analyzing the traffics, okay, network traffics. Okay, then we'll be seeing the classification of IDS. After that, we'll be dealing with the comparison with the IDS and IPS. Okay, with that, we'll conclude the session. Okay, so what is an intrusion? So intrusion means something that is making an attempt to break into your system. Okay, so that is intrusion. So attempting to break into or misuse your system, that is called as intrusion. So misuse means the intruder can be doing some stealing some confidential data, or they can misuse your email system for this spam. So these are all the misuse kind of things or misuse kind of activities. Okay, and it can be defined a set of actions that attempt to compromise the integrity of resources, that is data integrity, confidentiality, or availability of the resources. Okay, so in this context of the information system, intrusion may be referring to. In short, we can define this intrusion as an unauthorized access. Okay, so it is not getting some authorized access and access all the network resources. So intrusion means not getting any permission from the owner. Okay, so it's an unauthorized access or unauthorized attempt to access the resources, information resources or network resources. Okay. Okay, so what does intrusion means? Anybody who is trying to gain the unauthorized access into the network. So that is called as intrusion. So getting without any permission of the owner, they'll be accessing the network resources that is called as intrusion. Okay. So for example, you can go for saying a virus, Trojan horse program, worms, that all replicating in the network. Okay. So intrusion is like a kind of attack that make the services unresponsive for the legitimate claims. What is meant by legitimate means it's a valid or lawful claim. Okay. So intrusion detection, we are going to see what is meant by intrusion detection and what is meant by IDS and what is meant by IPS. So intrusion detection means the process. So how the events or the activities are going on in the computer system. That is monitoring the events occurring in the computer system or network, that is called as intrusion detection. Okay, and not only monitoring, it is also going to analyze them. So any specific abnormal activities is going to happen or not. Okay, so intrusion detection means that it's a process of monitoring the computer system or the network and analyze the possible intrusions. Okay. Intrusion detection system means it's nothing but a software. So that automates the intrusion detection process. Okay. So the primary goal of IDS is to detect the threats or detect the attacks. Okay. In other words, we can say it is used to detect the unwanted activities and the malicious activities. Okay. Fine. Next, what is meant by IPS? That is intrusion prevention system. Okay. So it is also a software that has all the capabilities of IDS, and it is attempt to stop the unwanted activities. Okay. See, IDS is meant for detecting the attacks or malicious activities or unwanted activities, and IPS is the system wherein which it is used to stop those malicious or unwanted activities. Okay. Okay, fine. So who are intruders? So intruders are being classified into two types. One is insiders, the other one is outsiders. Okay. So insiders means, sorry. So insiders means the intruders will be within the internal networks. Okay. So they include users who misuse their privileges. So whatever the permissions granted, they will go for misusing this. So this all happen inside the internal network. Okay. And what is outsiders? That is, intruders will be coming from the outside networks. Okay. So they may go for attempting to go around the firewall to attack missions on the internal network. Okay. Okay. So how do the intruders get into the system? So there are three ways over there. It can be classified as physical intrusion, system intrusion, and remote intrusion. So system intrusion means it will be the attack will be attack or the unwanted activities will be going or happen in the computer system. Okay. And remote intrusion means it will happen, the unwanted activities will happen in the remote place, remote system. Okay, fine. So what is an intrusion detection system? The main function of the IDS is to warn about the or detect the unwanted activities, that is suspicious activities. What is meant by suspicious? So, suspicious means that is someone who is involved in an illegal activity. That is called as suspicious. Okay, fine. So the IDS will be functioning like that. It will be detecting what is the unwanted or the suspicious activity taking place, but it won't go for preventing them. So IDS is meant for only detecting the unwanted activities. Okay, fine. So IDS specifically looks for the suspicious activities and events that might be result of a virus or a worm or a hacker. Okay? It might be any kind. Okay. Okay. So why the IDS is designed? So it is designed mainly designed to detect the security breaches, and it is also designed to aid in mitigating the damage caused by the hacking. Okay, and it may also IDS may look also for the data bits that indicate the any unexpected activity, or it also go for monitor some system logs. Okay, so if any abnormal or unwanted activity is detected by the IDS, then it will go for giving alarm. Okay, sound alarm will be given. Okay, to identify, to symbolize that something has abnormal or unwanted activities has been happened, like that. Okay. Okay. So this IDS have three things in common. That is, it comprises three components. One is sensors, the other one is analyzer, the other one is administrator interface. Okay. So the sensors will be collecting. So what is the main functionality of sensors means? It will collect the traffic and the user activity data and sends to the analyzer. Okay. So this is what the work of the sensor. So normally the sensor will capture the traffic, network traffic and the user activities data, and it will pass on to the analyzer. So what does this analyzer will do means, it looks for the suspicious activity. So suspicious means some illegal activity, abnormal activity. Okay, fine. So administrator interface. So if the analyzer detects anything unwanted or suspicious activity, then it will send an alarm or alert message to the administrator interface. Okay, so these are the three main components lies in the intrusion detection system. Okay, so why we are using an IDS? So in order to detect the attacks and other security violations that are not prevented by other security measures, we are going for IDS. Okay, it will also detect the attacks and deal with the preambles to attack. Okay, and it is IDS is also used to document the existing threat to an organization, and it is also provided as a quality control for security design and administration, especially for the enterprises. Large and complex enterprises will be using this IDS. Okay, and with the help of this IDS, we can go for providing some useful information about the intrusions that takes place, and further we can go for diagnosing the problem which occurred, and we can move for recovery of the problem, and we can go for corrective actions also. Okay. Okay, fine. So IDS can be configured for. So why we can use this IDS means, we can go for sorry. Specifically, we can go for a watch for the attacks and parse the audit logs. We can go for terminating a particular connection between the sender and the receiver, and we can send an alert message to the administrator as some attack, abnormal attack has been happened. Likewise, and we can also go for protecting our system files which are stored in your computer system, and we can also go for exposing the hackers, what are the hackers techniques being used. Okay, and we can throw up the vulnerabilities that need to be addressed. So what is the vulnerability which we are facing can be it can be announced. That is, vulnerability means what is the weakness we are facing, so that can be exposed. Okay, and and IDS is mainly configured to help in tracking the hackers also. Okay. Okay, fine. So for all these purposes, we can go for introducing this intrusion detection system. Okay, and we can go for seeing the classification of IDS. It has two main type. One is NIDS, that is Network Intrusion Detection System, and HIDS is Host Intrusion Detection System. Okay, fine. Uh, so we'll see what are the types of attacks or the intrusions are available. So there are so many attacks over there. Web-based attacks. Under this web-based attacks, we can have the SQL injection, web shells, LFI. LFI means that is local file inclusion. RFI means remote file inclusion. So what is the LFI and RFI is? RFI is a remote file inclusion. It's a type of vulnerability most often found on the PHP running websites. Okay, so it allows an attacker to include a remotely hosted file, usually through a script on the web server. Okay, and LFI is similar to that of RFI. The difference is that in LFI, the attacker has to upload the malicious script to the target server be executed locally. Okay, and coming on to the network-based attacks, there are so many network-based attacks are listed. Unauthorized login, DOS attacks, scanning ports and services, replication of worms, Trojan horse, and virus, spoofing attacks. Under the spoofing attacks, we have come across DNS spoof attacks and ARP spoof attacks. Okay, and triggering the vulnerabilities. So vulnerabilities may be exploiting some buffer overflow attacks and zero-day attacks. Okay, so next we'll see the SNORT. So SNORT is nothing but open source IDS. Okay, it's open source network intrusion detection system created by Martin Rose. Okay, so which is freely available IDS software. Okay, and this is installed on the server. Okay, on Windows or Linux or Solaris operating system. Okay, and wherein which SNORT is placed as a network sensor in a network. Okay. So it will be acting as SNORT will be acting as a packet sniffer. So what does this SNORT will do means it will monitor the network traffic in the real time. Okay, and after monitoring, it will scrutinize each packet closely to detect any dangerous or anomalies are happening or not. Okay, so when suspicious behavior is detected or unwanted behavior is detected means SNORT will send a real-time alert to the system log. Okay, which is a system log, which is a separate alert file to your. So it will indicate, SNORT will indicate that some alert file to the system, so indicating that unwanted behavior has been happened. Okay, so it works in three modes. One is sniffer mode, packet logger mode, and intrusion detection or prevention mode. Okay, sniffer mode means each packet received. Okay, and packet logger mode means logs the packet to a file. Intrusion detection or prevention mode means each packet will be compared with the signature which is already stored in the database. Okay, if any matches found, then it is flagged as alert. Okay, if the match is found, then it is given alert. Okay. Okay. So IDS can be classified into signature-based IDS and anomaly-based IDS. So what is signature-based? Under the signature-based, it can have the pattern matching, stateful matching. So these two types comes under signature-based. IDS. Okay, and anomaly based, under this we can have three types. So, first one is statistical anomaly based, protocol anomaly based, and traffic. TSC is presenting traffic anomaly based. Okay, so under anomaly we are having three types, and under signature based we are having two types. And other thing is rule based. So can have the three types. One is signature based, anomaly based, and rule based. Okay. So what is signature based IDS? It is otherwise known as knowledge based IDS. Okay. So knowledge means, so usually when you are going for using the IDS, any type of IDS, we use the sensors. Okay. So from the sensors, we'll be gaining some knowledge. Okay. So knowledge is gained by the sensors about the sensors will have capture any specific how the specific attacks are being carried out. Okay. So that is signature or knowledge based IDS. So each identified attack will be having a signature. Okay. So we will see one example of a signature. The packet will be having some the source IP address, same source IP address, and the destination address. So this attack is called as land attack. Okay. So the other example is a TCP header of a packet will which all the values will be set as 1. So this attack is called as XMS attack. Okay. So once these types of attack is being discovered, means the vendors will be writing signatures. Okay, that is the particular packet is having the same source IP address and the destination address, or with the TCP header flag set to all ones. So like that, they will be specifying the attacks. Okay, so this knowledge or signature based IDS is most popularly used IDS today, and it's so how we can go for saying this effectiveness of this signature based IDS means we can go for frequently updating the signature database in a regular manner. Okay, so signature based IDS will analyze the content of whatever the packet will be sent from sender to receiver. That packet will be analyzed by the signature based IDS software. Okay. At the seventh layer is application layer, and after analyzing it, it will compare with the set of predefined signatures which is already stored in the database. Okay. So if any matches occurs, then the flag will be set. And alert will be sent to the system. Okay. So this works similar to that of antivirus. Low false positive rates, highly effective towards well-known attack. Okay. Okay. Next, anomaly-based IDS. Anomaly means a problem. That is abnormal situation. That is called as anomaly. We'll use to specify anomaly as a abnormal situation or abnormal condition. Okay. So the anomaly-based IDS software will monitor the network traffic and compare it against whether it is being normal or abnormal. It classifies like that. Okay. So the main purpose of anomaly-based IDS will be classifying whether it's going normal one or in an abnormal one. Okay, fine. And this anomaly-based IDS may be based on the rules rather than patterns or signatures. So anomaly based will be specifically based on the rules. Okay, we'll see what is meant by rule based IDS. Okay, in that we'll be specifying the rules. Okay, and it can be accomplished. This anomaly based IDS can be accomplished with the help of the artificial intelligence and with a mathematical modeling technique. And the other thing is state-based IDS. So what is meant by a state? So if the operating system is running, we can easily identify that the change that an operating system experiences, that is going to be called as a state transition. That is, first the user will be logging on, so login process. Next, opening any application. Next, the user will be receiving or accessing the data input. Likewise, it will there will be a transition from one state to another state. That is called as a state. Okay, fine. So generally, this state transition will happen in any system. Once a user log into the system, all these will be happen every time. Okay. So what is the statement? A snapshot of the operating system values in a volatile or non-volatile memory locations. Okay. So it can have the states as initial state and compromised state. So at the initial state, the state that is prior to the attack execution. So before the attack execution, we call that as the initial state. So compromised state means the state that is after the successful penetration into the system. Okay. Okay, we'll see an example for state-based IDS. A remote user connects to your system, okay, and they will be sending data to an application. If suppose the data exceeds the allotted buffer for this empty variable, then the data is executed and overrides the buffer. Okay, so this will be a malicious code executes. Okay. If the state-based IDS looks for an activity between the initial state and the compromised state, and it will send an alert to if any state transition sequence matches with the pre-configured rules. Okay. So statistical anomaly based IDS means mainly it depends on the behavior-based system. It is otherwise called as heuristic IDS. So this IDS will not use the signature database. It will initially it will be putting in a learning mode. So how the user's behavior will be using with the system. Like this, the system will trained in a learning mode. Okay. So the longer it is in the learning mode, more accurate profile of the normal state is built up. Okay. So after the profile is built up, so all the future activities are compared with the normal profile. So if any activity exceeds the normal predefined normal activity or normal profile or normal threshold, an alert will be sent to the system. Okay. So the strength or the advantage of using the statistical anomaly based IDS lies in the threshold. So we have to go for determining the actual threshold of the normal activity. So once an attack has been identified, this statistical anomaly based IDS will send an alert to the administrator console. Okay. Or they can go for sending an email to the pre-configured address, so that they can, after receiving the alert, they can go connection of the detected attacks. Okay. And they can also go for reconfiguring the router or firewall to stop any further some attacks get into the system. Okay. Next IDS is protocol anomaly based IDS. So this type of IDS will be this idea have the specific knowledge about each protocol. So each protocol will be monitored. If any protocol anomaly pertains to the format, so we have already seen what are the format of the protocols, whether it can be as TCP or UDP or HTTP like that. Okay, so if any abnormal behavior in the format or abnormal behavior in the protocol. So this protocol anomaly based IDS will send an alarm or alert to the system. Okay, so this IDS builds a model of each protocol's normal usage. If any abnormal, then it will send an alert to the system. Okay, example of protocol anomaly is in the data link layer, ARP attack, where the bogus means false data, is inserted into the ARP table. Okay. Likewise, in the network layer, ICMP, it is Internet Control Message Protocol, can be used in locky attack to move data from one place to another place. These are some of the attacks that happens in the each and every layer. Okay. So protocol anomaly based IDS means in each and every layer, some protocol has been used. Okay. So the work of this protocol anomaly based IDS will be monitoring that protocol format and behavior of this protocol. If any abnormal goes or happen, it will send the alert message. Okay. So traffic anomaly based IDS. So it detects the some if happens, then it will send an alert message. Okay. So the traffic patterns may change during the, for example, if any DOS attack happens or any DDoS attack happens, there will be some changes in the traffic patterns. Okay. So when a new service is introduced on the network, likewise, okay, it will be giving some alarm to the system. So normally this traffic anomaly based IDS will learn the normal traffic pattern and set some threshold. So the work of this traffic anomaly based IDS will check with the normal traffic pattern. So if any abnormal